Hi everyone, it's day 9 of the 10-day NVC reset. Welcome back. Amazing how you made it so far already, and I've been very much enjoying reading all of your comments. Today we're going to look at taking some concrete action, how to take some concrete action steps. And I want to zoom out for a moment just to see what we've done so far and where we are right now. Because in NVC we have 3 big pillars. There's the pillar of listening to other people, the pillar of expressing to other people, and the pillar of self-connection. And so these 10 days we've focused on self-connection, right? In my courses I focus, of course, on all 3 pillars, but now we've focused on self-connection because I find it so crucial. Within self-connection, NVC talks about 4 different steps. It's a step of making observations, connecting with your feelings, connecting with your needs, and setting requests for yourself. The requests can be to yourself or to other people, but you're the one making those requests, right? And that's the only one that we haven't covered at all. So we're going to look at that today. So a request is a concrete proposal to meet your abstract needs, right? You've been looking at the list of abstract needs quite a bit now if you've done all the videos. If you haven't, by the way, I'll put a link so you can do the whole series in the right order. But you've been looking at the list quite a bit. But what to do with that abstract need, right? Because say, for example, your need is peace of mind. Okay, great. But now what to do, right? We already had this little sentence of thank you, more please, when you see that the need gets met. But you can also actively do things to get the need met. And the first step that is helpful to take is to ask yourself, in what context do I want this need to be met? Sometimes it might be general, sometimes it might be throughout your whole life. But say, for example, you have this need of peace of mind. Maybe this is only in the context of your work, that you want more peace of mind there. Or maybe it's only in the context of your family at home, for example. So ask yourself first, like, oh, is there a context to already like make it a little bit more doable? Let's say that for me, I have this need of peace of mind. That was my need for the year, right? You can take that need or another need, whatever you prefer, but let's keep it, stuck to the theme of this series. So we do the year need that we set in the beginning. So let's say that's peace of mind. Let's say that it's focused on the home that I share with a partner. Now I want to so there's a lot to it, to making requests, and I'm covering that all in my courses. But the main thing that I want you to know right now is just that it needs to be super, super concrete. And sometimes I see students making it a bit more concrete, but still not enough concrete. So for example, if I have this need for more peace of mind at home, I could say, for example, well, I think I would get that peace of mind if I would have more collaboration with my partner in the household. That would give me peace of mind. That is sounding quite concrete already, right? I'm going to ask my partner to collaborate more in the household. But it's very likely that nothing will happen then because it's not quite concrete enough. What will be very concrete is to say, I'm going to ask my partner today whether we can have a talk in the weekend, for example. And before the weekend, I'm going to sit down and come up with some concrete requests that I want to make to them around collaborating in the household. So there's a couple of subtasks, right? And I might want to plan all of those in a calendar, ideally. But I'm starting with this very small thing of asking my partner today to have a talk in the weekend. That way, it's very likely that you'll do it because everybody understands what that is, right? Your body, your brain understands what needs to be done. So one more example to make it clear for you. My sidekick need was passion. I don't know if you remember that. And I was kind of surprised by that. And so if I want to see about the area, the context, I don't really know, honestly. I think it's kind of general. So I'm going to put that on general. And then for the concrete request, what would be not concrete enough would be if I would say, oh, I want to explore more what passion is about for me, what that need for passion is about. That's likely never going to happen. What would be more concrete is if I really start thinking of ideas and, for example, say, well, I love dancing. Maybe I can think of some passionate dance types that I haven't tried yet, and maybe Google them. Maybe look for partner dance or belly dance or something like that, and Google to see if there's any trial lessons. Of course, I might not know for sure that that will meet my need for passion. Maybe it's very different what I might be really wanting to meet that need, but I don't always know. So you just gotta try it out, but make sure that you make it very concrete. Now, this third step is about the mindset you want to hold around having this intention and the way that it's going to work for you specifically, which might be slightly different for everybody. But one thing is that in NVC, we always say, don't really make promises because we don't know how we're doing tomorrow. I might get sick and I might not want to do the talk with my partner, right? Or I might not want to do the belly dance or whatever. So we set an intention rather than making a promise. Now, that said, there's a couple of things you might take into account, for example, depending on you personally, your situation, your mental health. For example, if you suffer from depression or just feeling down, oftentimes you might want to really hold yourself to your intentions, even if you don't feel like it, which is a bit different from, don't make a promise, hold it with compassion. It's a little bit more like, yeah, give yourself a kick in the butt, because otherwise it might be very difficult to get out of depression mode. And maybe you would like to have a little accountability buddy that you're going to say like, hey, tonight I'm going to do belly dancing. I'm going to text you when I've done it, something like that, to really give you that little extra motivation, because motivation is usually quite low when we're in depression land. Another example, if you have ADHD, you might need to do something a bit opposite from neurotypical people, because with neurotypical people we often say, like, if you have several subtasks, you want to start with the most difficult one, right? You want to eat your frog in the morning is often what they say. That might work for you, but oftentimes when you have ADHD, and maybe even if you don't, it helps to actually get started. It's very hard to get started. You want to get that dopamine going, so you want to start with a tiny tasks that you can easily accomplish, and then you'll get a little hit of dopamine, and then that will build some momentum for you. Another thing with ADHD is that out of sight is out of mind. So whatever need you have and whatever request you came up with, make it visual. Put it on a post-it, put it on your laptop, or wherever the task needs to be executed. Make it very visual so you can see it and you cannot forget about it. It will stay in your field of focus, so to speak. Maybe you have other ideas about what works for you. Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to hear. Just little things that make it easier for you to actually do the thing that you set out to do. So put your request in the comments for even more accountability from all of us. And again, with compassion. And also, if you get a bit stuck finding a request, also put it in the comments. Maybe I or maybe someone else can help you make it very concrete. And if you want to support the channel, give this video a like. You might know that by now. And tomorrow we're having our very last video. I'm very much looking forward to that. It's going to be exciting. I'm not going to say what we're going to do yet. If you're interested in working with me and my colleague Kara, we collaborate together with the courses that we have. I'll put a link here, you can check them out. And if you want to try us out a little bit more first, we also have free webinars. I'll also put them above and also below in the description box so we can see you there. Love to see you in any of those spots. Sending you lots of love, everyone. See you tomorrow.